This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Tuesday, ladies. Giving out some recipes before the show.
My non-alcoholic margarita.
Sounds delicious.
It's delish. If you want to feel like you're drinking a margarita and really have that tahini rim like I do, lick the tahini rim and then wake up the next day feeling good. I got the recipe.
What's your Instagram so you can post that?
At Sam Shocker.
All right, now you got to follow up with that recipe.
I will. I'll do it tonight.
That
Promise.
sounds delicious.
Promise.
There are tens of 15 people wanting that recipe.
Dozens of us.
All right, let's get to it, guys. Welcome to DBL. Barbra Streisand is getting slammed after she bluntly asked Melissa McCarthy about her weight loss on Instagram. So on Monday, Melissa posted a pic with her choreographer at an event, and fans quickly noticed Barbra posted, "Give him my regards. You take Ozempic?" Barbra deleted the comment, leaving some people to wonder if she meant to send Melissa a private message instead. Others said Barbra was giving off major boomer aunt vibes. Barbra and Melissa have been friends since 2016, so maybe this was supposed to be a private message.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
guessing.
DM. You mess up. It's a tech thing. My mom, may she rest, would post her Google searches as her Facebook post. How do I make chili without the powder? That's the post. That's a Google question. So this, it gets confusing. And Babs is 83, I believe, 82. And, I think that was probably, do I think Melissa's hurt? No, I think they're probably fine, and she's fine with
I
it.
remember right before my wedding, I wanted to try Botox, and I was young. I was 30 years old, and so I felt a certain way about it. Like I was embarrassed about it because I think over time, it's become more normalized.
Totally.
I mean, this was 13 years ago, and I sent something about the wedding to a large group of people, and this one friend of mine wrote back to the whole group, "Tell me everything about your Botox. How did it go?" And I was so mortified. Now I wouldn't care. I do Botox
that
today.
stinks.
But back then I was mortified.
That stinks.
Yeah, I was really annoyed.
Yeah.
And I felt like she did it on purpose. Swear to God.
Reply all is bad.
I think she did it on purpose.
So
I'm
you're
no
not
longer
friends anymore.
We are not because of that incident.
Yeah.
There was incidents after that.
That was the warning. There's always a warning
That
shot
was-
when it comes to
You're right,
friendships.
Erica. That was the warning shot.
It was
that
the pattern.
warning shot.
Yeah. beginning.
Yep.
I just like that when you get older, I think I want to say 70. I'll push it to 75, but it's like, you're okay. After
you get
70,
away with it.
75, you're okay. Because it's just like when you visit grandparents and stuff. I don't point fingers, but I already in my head know specifically who I'm talking about. But it's like, hey, good to see you. Put on some weight, huh? And I'm like, I haven't seen you in 10 years. I probably won't see you for another 20.
Yeah, no filter.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, my dad is very big on Facebook these days.
Oh.
Yes.
He has a presence.
He is very big on
Okay.
it. And there have been many times where I've just said privately on a text message, "Dad, what are you doing?" Other people can see what you're posting. Because it's not enough that he has a character on this show that has no filter. He actually has to demonstrate in real time on Facebook that
Give us
he
an
has
example.
no filter. He just posts things that are like borderline inappropriate, where I'm like, it feels like, it feels like he'll like make fun of people. He's the worst.
How old's Roosevelt, if you don't mind?
He's 70.
Good enough for me. He can post whatever he wants. Yeah.
74. He's there.
He's there.
Hashtag no filter.
Yes.
Hashtag no filter.
And it's like, I'm like, Dad, no. Hey.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
You should follow him.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be very entertained.
I can't wait. All right, so I'm going to follow Roosevelt. I'm going to get Sam's recipe.
Yes,
I got
you
a lot
are.
of social media stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And Tori's something.
What do you got, Tori?
Well, hang out, maybe. That's all I got.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Good filling. Good filling.
Thank you.
All right. John Bon Jovi is revealing how the early days of stardom affected his marriage. John has been married to his high school sweetheart, Dorothea Hurley, for 35 years. He told Michael Strahan that he, quote, got away with murder during the height of his success in the 80s. Let's watch.
I'm a rock and roll star. I'm not a saint. You know, I'm not saying that there weren't 100 girls in my life. I'm John Bon Jovi. It was pretty good. But if you think I was ever going to jeopardize my anything for believing the narcissist in me was real, what a stupid thing to do.
John also said his wife has not been afraid to call him out on certain things and has been there for him during some major lows in his career.
So can we just make this clear? He's saying he's never done anything to jeopardize, but he's saying he played around?
I know, I don't understand.
Are you owning
saying
up to
that
something or not?
He's owning up to his part of the agreement. It's up to her to tell her part of the agreement, which might mean that they have an understanding.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
If he's on
Which I
tour
think
for
is a
3
respectful
years,
way of doing it. I think.
Right.
Okay.
What would you do? If like your partner's on tour for 3 years and they're one of the most famous rockers out there.
Gosh, man.
In the 80s.
In the 80s,
Which is
where there's
yeah.
no pictures, camera phones,
Right.
social
Yep.
media.
And yeah, and a lot of people backstage.
And you're John Bon Jovi.
Living on a prayer.
Shot through the heart.
What would you do? Would you be like, Brooksy, go do your thing?
I don't know, man. I don't think I could do that lifestyle. I don't know
Okay.
if I would be able to do that.
All right.
Or I'd go on tour with him. That would.
hell
And wear a different
no.
wig every night?
Oh my gosh, that is such a romanticized version of what
It's
tour
me.
is.
Yeah,
I would just go on tour
No,
with
you're
him, and he
right.
would come back home with me after every show.
Right.
We would go to bed at 10. No,
I guess I wouldn't do that.
What would
lifestyle.
you do, Erica?
We would make it work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So would you give a pass for a couple
Yeah,
years?
would there be concessions or no?
Absolutely. Yes, because if you think about it, in a situation like that where you are with someone who is prolific, like this person is, not to say anyone's godly, but they're better than the average bear, okay? You meet them early on. You obviously have, like, they want to stay with you. You probably want to stay with them. And there's probably a situation in there where you're not really feeling those feelings with them in that way either, but you still love them. They're still your best friend. You know you can trust each other because it was before all the money and fame and success.
Right.
Oh, no.
So having
It's an
all
anomaly
of
of
that,
a situation. I'm with
is,
Erica.
It
It
is.
is.
But when you have like a partnership relationship like that and there's respect at the root of it, I can understand how people do it.
I can
Absolutely.
understand it
Really?
too. It'd be really hard for me.
Right.
Really hard, but I get it.
Wow.
You get it, Jeff?
I get it.
You get
Would
it?
you be able to do it? I don't think I.
I don't think I would, but at
Jordan
this
was
age, if
Joan
you're like, if
Jett.
you're just sending me checks, you know what I mean?
Right. Do you feel kind of silly? Or?
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. Not even
Jordan's
for the
Joan
money.
Jett,
I'm
you
trying to
couldn't?
be funny. I couldn't do it. Knowing my wife's
don't think
sleeping
it's for the
around
money.
every night, and then you're sending me a check like to take care of myself.
It's not. No, it's not the check. You're still in a partnership. I don't think it's for. I don't think people do it for the money. I don't think successfully it lasts for this long if it's just about the money.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be in that situation. So I'm coming up on DBL, our interview with Bobby Moynihan. He's telling us all about being back in the Monsters Inc. franchise, and we're going to talk about Baby Reindeer, the popular Netflix show. Have you guys watched it yet? A couple of us have. So welcome back to DBL. Have you heard of the hit Netflix show, Tori? How does it sound?
Baby Reindeer.
Yes.
That's the one. That's the
yes.
one. If you watched it, you're right on the money there. If you're not, if you haven't seen it, it's based on a real life story of a man named Richard Gadd who was stalked for years by a woman. Just so you know, that's the same guy who wrote it, and he also stars in it.
Correct.
So this is great. The series, in the series, Richard plays a version of himself, but said he changed details of his stalker so she wouldn't recognize herself. Well, the internet, of course, had other ideas, and people online claim to have figured out who she is. Now the woman is saying she is getting death threats and is considering suing for defamation. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, here's the thing, because he did say that he changed to make it completely different. So
He gave her a Scottish accent?
Well, you're right. A lot of us thought maybe it's a different gender. Like, we completely thought this was a completely different person. So no, apparently, this is according to the Daily Mail, the woman, that there are similarities between the character of she and Martha. Both are Scottish, both have studied law, both have a history of stalking, clearly. And in an Instagram post, Richard made a plea, though, to his fans to stop speculating who the real people in his series are. Now, let's talk about, you mentioned his real life.
Yes.
So when he was stalked in real life, that woman sent him 41,000 plus emails, 350 hours of voicemails, 744 tweets, 46 Facebook messages, and 106 letters to him. It's a very disturbing show. But more importantly, I have to ask you, am I now on your good recommendation series person's list?
No. Right after the show, Jordan goes, what is with Sam and her suggestions? Because I got to be honest with you guys. No, listen, I'm going to be perfectly honest with the audience. There are some very disturbing moments in there. So viewer beware.
And there's a warning on
But
there,
there is, I'm being gently here, there's a super cool artistic thing to it that the guy plays it himself. I'll put this out there, he is definitely going to win whatever Best Actor award. She'll probably win an award as well, but there are some very disturbing.
Did you like my recommendation?
No, I didn't feel good about myself after. I felt dirty.
But it is a good piece of art. It's fascinating. It started as a play that he did, or an act that he did, where he is playing himself in this reenactment. And it's very cathartic to go through it for him. The problem is when you bring other people into it, you get into legal questions.
Yeah.
And there's where it gets a little fishy. But the best defense for any kind of defamation is the truth. And if she has a conviction and she has a past, there you go.
But I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin anything, but there's a reason why.
It's so disturbing.
That at the end,
1000%,
at the end, I'm like, again, I don't want to ruin it, but I'll tell you why. Never mind.
Well, I won't be watching it.
Why not?
No, she doesn't watch stuff like this.
I had a stalker.
Yeah, and I think it'll be triggering for you.
I have had enough.
But that's a good excuse.
I think it'll be.
Yeah. It would trigger you.
It's triggering for a lot of people.
It's very triggering.
Yeah, it is. But brave of him to have reenacted.
What's with all these people with law backgrounds becoming stalkers?
Well, they know how to evade things, don't they?
Tori,
That
you
is
have a
bananas.
law degree, right?
Yeah, I do have a law degree. It is in Make Believe University.
We'll be right back. That worked.
scaring us too hard, so he had to quit and become a jokester.
I want to offer you a job.
Job?
Welcome back. That was a clip from the new season of Monsters at Work. And when you see it, you might recognize a familiar one-eyed crab named Chet. Earlier, we spoke with Bobby Moynihan all about the world of movies, TV, and yes, even monsters. Take a look.
Please welcome to DBL, Bobby Moynihan. Good to see you, buddy.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good to see you.
Bobby,
Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. And we said recognize. We meant your voice. Just to say, you're no monster.
We're pretty close. We're pretty close.
All right, let's get into it. You first played Chet the Crab 11 years ago in Monsters University. Back then, you predicted he would get smarter as the years went by. Has he?
No.
Chet!
I could feel his pain.
Yeah.
But what's it like playing that character decades later, or a decade later, I should say?
It's a blast. I mean, it's just wonderful to be asked back to the party. The Pixar party is a wonderful party to go to. And yeah, I mean, like, would I say I don't have a little piece of Chet in my heart? Of course. I was very happy when season 1, when Monsters at Work came out, and then season 2, I was like, he could just come back, guys. And I was very, very happy when I got the call.
You have so many voice credits under your belt. Did you ever plan for this to be a big part of your career?
I would love to say yes, but no. I was just a huge fan of animation, and I think that led to that, and being on Saturday Night Live didn't help, didn't hurt. I mean, I think, yeah, I've just been really lucky enough to do it, and I keep seeking it out. So I would do it forever and ever.
Who wouldn't want to be Chet the Crab forever and ever, dude? Okay, I have to ask you about, right, Bobby's like me. I have to ask you about SNL. I've always been fascinated by their audition process, which is pretty much you alone on stage in a dark theater most of the time. So obviously you were nervous, but like, how did you psych yourself up for that moment?
I don't think I really knew what was going on in the moment. I don't think I knew till years later. I think in that moment I was just like, well, I'm never gonna get this, so like I'm just gonna go have fun. And I think that naivety / stupidity / love for the show, just being a fan for the show, I think I just did it by accident. I think if I thought about it, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah, that's how you book auditions,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
If you just let it go, they always say that, but then you're like, my name's Tori, I'm from Washington. You know what I mean? What do you think sealed the deal, though, for you getting hired? Was it that, like, I don't care sense, or was there a certain character where you're like, that was it?
And was Drunk Uncle in the audition?
Yeah.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, no, that's funny. No, but like it was something I had done at Upright Citizens Brigade before, but it just wasn't Drunk Uncle. I would just pretend to be drunk to make my friends laugh. But no, I think it was that. I think it was just I think I wanted it so bad. I spent years trying to get the perfect audition for SNL, and once I had it and thought I was undeniable at the moment, I went like, now's the time, and I was a adventurous kid, and I got lucky.
Thank goodness. We all loved you on SNL. In fact, when you break character on that show, I think that's when I laugh the most. So which cast member could you...
Not doing our job.
Which cast member could make you laugh the most during a scene?
Oh boy!
Or a guest.
I mean, Fred Armisen easily.
Yeah.
Keenan and I think Keenan was like the most like I messed around. Like whenever the camera cut away, I would just look at Keenan and just try to make him laugh and do dumb bits with Keenan a lot. But as far as just Fred all the time, Fred is the funniest dude in the world.
Hey, Bobby, is it
Tim
true?
Robinson too.
Is it true that Lorne Michaels doesn't like when you guys break character? Is that true?
I think if it's unmerited, he doesn't like it.
Right.
I think if like if it's for like, can you believe how crazy? But I also think even if that happens, he's like, it's not bad for ratings.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much, Bobby. We love when you come visit us. DBL Nation, check out season 2 of Monsters at Work, premiering on Disney Plus May 5th. Thanks again. Congratulations. We'll be right back.
Bye,
Bye.
Chet.
welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
What do you have for us today, Steph? Let's go shopping.
First up, we've got the Malibu Sky Daphne Sling with a front pocket and webbing strap.
Nice.
It's made of vegan leather and it's got 2 compartments for organization.
Very nice.
So normally this is $88.
Oh.
We've got it for $19.99. That's saving 77%.
And it's what everybody is wearing, every human.
Oh, this is Tori, right up my alley. I am so excited. This is the Sharper Image Dual Voltage Travel Steam Iron. From daily delicates to thicker thermals, this tool can remove even the most stubborn of wrinkles and creases. There's a limit on these, 4 per customer. Normally these are $35.
Okay, that's not bad.
We've got them for $15. That's saving 57%.
I like how little it is.
I'm in love with this little thing.
So
I will
good
be
for
taking
travel.
it everywhere with
Yeah.
me. Next, we've got the 2-pack US Polo Association 100% cotton oversized beach towel.
Very nice.
They're really thick. They're made of 100% cotton, so they're going to keep you warm and dry when it's needed. Normally, these are $30 each.
That's not bad.
We've got a 2-pack for $29.99, so that's saving you 50%.
The stripes are very, very unisex too. I could
Yes.
see this going for men or women. So great product, great price.
And then last up today, this has got your name all over it. It's the Ludella Remote Control Real Flame Candle Set. It's a reusable candle that captures the allure of a flickering flame without the worry of the melting wax.
Wow.
This candle will maintain its shape and brightness no matter how long it burns, and each wax cartridge will burn for 50 hours. Normally it's 124, so it is quite pricey.
Right.
However, we've got it for $19.99. That's saving 84%.
Imagine like garden parties and putting this all over.
Oh, I know.
I
And
would buy
love that
3.
You don't have the dripping wax that gets on the table and then you're trying to pick it off.
Yeah, you have a little remote. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code right on screen to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
So those beach towels reminded me of going to the pool and sunscreen.
Can't wait.
I didn't know you can't let that expire, that sunscreen. You gotta get new ones every year.
Well,
Right.
How old are your sunscreens?
Dude, yearly,
When
bro.
I was a kid? No, I was just here, Mom.